Hello and welcome back to the Average Joe podcast. Of course, I'm your host here, Joe. And today we're talking toxic mothers and the damage they're doing to the daughters and a lot of the women out here. Just because we see that the behaviors of the mothers kind of trickle down to the daughters and they, inherit the bad mentalities, and that's why we have so many lost women out here, so many women, essentially looking for for father figures out here, or not taking full value in themselves. Like, their mothers weren't nurturing, they didn't teach them things that, how to be a woman and what it takes to be a woman, and finding, the value and the beauty and the essence in it, and cultivating their daughters and teaching them how to be homemakers and teaching them how to take care of themselves, teaching them, what kind of love to, expect and to accept, because, it is a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. Like, if, your mother is, bringing deadbeat dad or deadbeat stepdad, after another in, and you have a revolving door of poor male figures, you go out there in search of the same poor male figures, and then you're just building a cycle. And then, or if you have a mom who, gave birth at 16, 17, 18, young, you see their daughters tend to follow the same path. It's like, their mothers didn't step up and, really teach them better, didn't really look out to make more of their children. And it's like, it's showing in the women we have today. So many women are out here just really lost souls, lost, just trying to figure it out. Their mothers weren't counseled, so the daughters are just maybe even now trying to seek counseling and seek help and seek more understanding of, why are we the way we are? Why is our society, not healthy? We've come from so many broken homes, so many, revolving doors of stepfathers. And that's where you see where, young girls were, taken advantage of by, a multitude of men coming in and out. And then you see where sometimes even when they went to the mothers weren't receptive. You hear horror stories about things like that. You see when their mothers were, badmouth their father, come up with aggressive, masculine, toxic behaviors. Their daughters are the same way. You even see mothers out here who are envious and jealous of their daughters. You see, mothers and daughters, like you see Bernice Burgos taking her daughter out to the club, showing, and it's just like, okay, that's a little excessive. You are not your daughter's friend. You should be a role model. You should be teaching her better. You should be showing her that this isn't the way of life. Like, maybe I had to do this to raise you, or, because of my situation, but you should know and be doing better, not following, in my footsteps. And it's like, you hope that women really do start to vet out the people that they choose to be father of their children. You can't go from one to one deadbeat to a next deadbeat, and one jailbird to the next jailbird, and not blame yourself for these things. And it's like, then we turn around and use social welfare, and it's like they get on the government assistance and turn social welfare into our daddies. And then you see how that's also an issue, because then, they don't allow fathers in the household, and it just, again, repeats this another cycle. So it's like, it just, we hold the black woman as the strong black woman, and, she's the mother figure and everything. But I think that she's been letting us down. We have a lot of women out here who aren't, women, who don't hold value in themselves, who don't understand the essence and the beauty and the nature, and and it's because, like, they weren't nurtured. The mothers didn't tell them how beautiful they were, and the things that they should stand for, and the people that they should surround themselves with, and how they should move, how they should take care of themselves, the woman that they should kind of try to be, aspire to be, the kind of mother that they should, want to be to their kids. Even if you didn't know better, you should, teach and try to instill better. And it's like, are we doing that? And it's like, we're breeding so many ratchet women. And it's like, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay that we're teaching our women to not be women, to hold ourselves into high regard, to be, submissive. It's like, we've instilled this this need to just be overly independent, and we could do it, we could be without a man, and then we get desperate at 40, and then we wonder why it's he's not coming around, and it's like, well, why would he want you? Look at how you chose to neglect him, or not be the woman that he needed you to be. Like, we need to look out for our mothers and make sure that they are really teaching us more, and really helping women out here, because it's just so many women, I think, that are just lost and misguided, misdirected, feeling of unloved. And so they're going and searching out for love in all the wrong places, and all the wrong men, and all the wrong sceneries, and they find themselves, saddened. And then they blame men for the problems that they've created. Though men have did play a part, but there's things that we should be able to accept. And it's like, you see, older women trying to compete with younger women and not trying to guide them. And it's like, okay, that doesn't help us, because we're supposed to be looking up to you as mentors and as guidance counselors, and as, those people to us. And you're envious and jealous of us just because of something that we can't control. You should be, teaching us so that we don't make the same mistakes as you, so that we can, you can we can be better people to ourselves and better people to our kids, because we're the next generation. So if we didn't learn from our mothers, and we're still out here, perpetuating that bad behavior, then what are we going to tell our daughters? Because so many people out here, they have daughters. Even if you have a son, it's like, well, what are you telling your son? How should he be out here treating women? What should he be expecting of women? How should he make women feel? Are we teaching our sons and daughters, how are we teaching them how to operate? What kind of mothers are we? What kind of mothers did we come from? Do we look at Big Mama and Grandma and, our mothers, are we really looking at them in the Clara Huxtable way? In the Vivian Banks, where they took the time to really nurture the children, instill love, and that you're beautiful, and that you should hold yourself into a high regard. You shouldn't take this from men. You shouldn't be in these positions. You shouldn't be selling yourself short. Because no matter how much you make doing whatever you're doing, you're selling yourself short. Period. And you could be doing something so much more fulfilling. And holding yourself to some, even when you're with some dude that's below you or beneath you, there should be something in you that just you shouldn't be accepting of that. And is it because your mom was with, Pookie and Ray Ray, like they like to say, and that's why you think that that's what you deserve? And it's like, where are the guidance? Where are the mother figures letting us know that we shouldn't be out here, we shouldn't look to bash men, and it's like as if it's their fault. We need to look into ourselves and see, how the older women, that they can guide us through this. Because, 35 and up, you should be out here to the 21, 22, 23s. Even me now, I'm hoping I'm speaking to the younger girls to let them know, how they should move, how they should operate, what they should expect, and what they should accept. How, the mentality that, they should accept, portray. The submissive, how they, should come across, and, what they're looking to, understanding what they're looking for now and how to achieve that. And so that they don't hit the wall or wait till they have 2 or 3 kids and then try to figure it out. That they should figure it out before. We need to break the generational curses. We need to stop it now. We need to let our women know that they are valuable. They do bring a lot to the table, and we need to start picking better suitors. It's not fair to us that we are so 1, 2, 3, 4 baby mamas, and then we're on government assistance, or we're chasing after this rapper, or we're chasing after that guy, or unemployment, whatever, we're child support this, or whatever it is. We deserve better. It is sad that back in the day, people did get married and they were married for life, and we don't see that anymore. Men, are But before they had one household, you didn't even find out till like the dad died that he had like a complete separate household. Like it was, much more discreet. Now it's just like blatantly in your face. It's like 1, 2, 3. Everybody does it. The women too are just so loose in their morals and in their standards and what they care about. And it's money this and sell OnlyFans that, or it's I don't care. I'm a stripper this and and with no game or no plan. It's just I'm doing this in the heat of the moment. I'm just spending all it's the mothers out here. This is specifically for the mothers and what they're instilling in their daughters and in their sons, and how they can be better to us. Like you see Bernice Burgos, like look at what you're doing and look at what you're telling your daughter to do. And then you see other mothers out there, other mother figures even on TVs and things, like I said about the Claire Huxtables and the Vivian Banks and Will and Jada Smith, and like you see with Beyonce, like you see where people are cultivating a family, they're building a home, and they're instilling good values and things into their children. And it's like, what are we doing? Are we supporting our daughters? Are we loving them? Are we teaching our sons how to be men? Are we teaching them how to be men, and we're not babying them all the way and expecting grown women out here when they get around to come and be picking up the slack? Are we teaching them the responsibilities, teaching them how to change a tire early, what it's like to pay bills, how it is to step up and be baby. I come across some single dads, like how to change diapers and be the one to be there. And it's not just a woman's job, and it's a group, it's a team effort. And teaching our daughters that no, you should be wanting to get married before you have kids, and before you give yourself to somebody. You should take your time before you get to know some guy, and you don't just need make a mistake, and even talking to your daughters to know that the safe practices of sex and birth control and how to protect yourself, like just these simple things. Like, are we teaching our daughters like how to just take care of yourself and what it's like to be a woman? What are you looking for in a man? What are you looking for in yourself? And the kind of guy are you looking for? Is he looking for you? And how can you develop yourself so that you can get the most out of life? Get the most out of everything that you want to accomplish, and get the right partner that's going to be there for you. If you're looking for a certain kind of guy, make sure you're the right perfect woman. And it's for our mothers and our grandmothers, and to help and cultivate the young out here and teach and instill love and value, and teach our daughters what it really takes to be a woman, what it was like to take, what it was like taking care of grandpa. What was it like that, that home care, that home taker? Like, what was it like doing all of that? Making sure these women out here know what it's like to be and to love and instill, and the love that they should feel in themselves so that they can give that to a man. I hope and pray, because like if your mom, a stripper, we shouldn't have a daughter to be a stripper or a prostitute. And like, it shouldn't, the apple shouldn't fall from the tree. Like, when it's wrong. Like, we should be, aiming for our daughters and our women to be doing better. And women out here, like, this channel and everything is for you to look in yourself and love yourself. And then so that you can, the more you love yourself, the more you take care of yourself, the more you find value in yourself, the more the right person is going to come along. And it's not necessarily money that's going to find that. Money finds happiness in things, and you'll never lack when there's love in yourself and when you can give love. So, did you grow up in a toxic household? Do you feel like your mother, really helped you be a better woman? Helped you be a better woman to men, to yourself, to your friends? Did they teach you how to operate at work, how to operate, with the man? Did they teach you how to, take care of yourself, whether, it's like, the feminine things, and teaching you how to dress and how to operate out here? Because it is a game. Like, women do need to know how to maneuver. There is a skill, when people get money, like, they don't just pop out and, no, staying home is this, things, and the focus, you focus on a man, but you when you get around a guy, this is how you're supposed to operate. These are the kind of conversations you should have. This is how you should dress. This is, how he should treat you, what you should be expecting from him. And if he doesn't do that, then you need to cut it off, right then and there, and that you should not be accepting anything less than stellar, because you are a star. You are, my dad always called me princess. So I was like, hope that I'm going to get a guy who's going to treat me like a princess. And like, because like, that's just what my dad said. So I'm hoping that, I'm going to take that and like, I kind of, so I hope women, out there, did your mother love you? Did you, find that love and that support and everything from your mother? Or are you out here looking for it in other men? And, and that's why you got to bounce it from guy to guy and try to figure it all out. Let me know. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of That Average Joe Podcast.